storm of their own making. Enlil said, "I've tried to wipe them out before their complete destruction. They corrupted the deserve this planet. I told them that no one would be worshipped except for me. So did my children, and then yours. When we left the planet in war. We should not expect anything else but to find it in war. From our names, they made religions. They built. Thus, they formed religions. They became so blind that they could explode our ships with the knowledge they obtained and the weapons of terror they built. The scriptures I left in the visions of those I touched were a warning, not a prophecy. Now, Geddon has arrived, and we are here to fulfill the prophecy." Ninmah, standing beside him, nodded solemnly. "The time of reckoning is upon them, but we must be careful. Our intervention must bring healing, not further destruction." Thoth, the keeper of knowledge, stepped forward. "The angel of this time, the celestial and the terrestrial are aligned. We must fulfill a role as guides and protectors." As the ship descended, the Anunnaki prepared for their re-entry into the world of men. They would first make their presence known at the ancient sites still revered by humanity. Jerusalem. These places, steeped in divine history, were the bridges between heaven and earth. They would serve as the points of contact for their mission. In Jerusalem, amidst the ruins and the rubble, they had held on to the hope of divine intervention, even as the world around them crumbled. As the Anunnaki ship descended, a bright light pierced the darkened skies, illuminating the Temple Mount. The faithful fell to their knees, tears streaming down their faces as they whispered prayer. In the Sinai, where the ancient spaceport once stood, the ground trembled with the approach of the divine craft. Here, in this desolate wilderness, the Anunnaki would re-establish their connection with humanity, bridging the gap that had grown so wide over the millennia. And in the ancient path resonated with the promise of renewal. The Anunnaki had returned, not as conquerors, but as shepherds of their creation, ready to guide thee through the storm and into the dawn of a new age. As the Anunnaki set foot on Earth once more, Enki addressed humanity through a global broadcast. His message: "People of Earth, we have returned to aid you in this time of need. We come not as conquerors, but as mentors. Your destiny is intertwined with ours, and together we shall navigate the trials that lie ahead." Enlil, standing beside his brother, added a note of caution. "Remember the lessons of the past. Your future is your shape, but it is a future that must be built on cooperation and harmony, not conflict and division." The world held its breath, caught between the terror of the present and the hope of a future guided by the hands of its ancient creators. The Anunnaki's return marked the beginning of a new chapter of gods and men. A chapter filled with the promise of enlightenment, the potential for peace, and the challenge of overcoming the shadows of the past. Enki and his council stepped forward, their presence commanding yet serene. Representatives from the world's nations, guided by a global consortium of scientists and reverence. Enki's voice, resonant and wise, broke the silence. "I am Enki, and these are the Anunnaki. We have ancient ties to humanity and a mission of renewal. Humans have long been gripped by apocalyptic anxiety and messianic fervor, manifesting racism, wars, rebellions, and the slaughter of infidels. As armies from the West clash with those from the East, civilizations shake, are engulfed in carnage. Natural disasters and intensifying provoke questions about divine wrath and impending doom. You ask, is this the apocalypse? Can there be salvation? Drawing parallels between the 21st century AD and the 21st century BCE, I highlighted the interconnectedness of these periods. The present, past, and future share a common thread of messianic expectation and prophecy. Understanding the future requires fear-driven predictions, but through ancient records that documented past events and predicted future ones. In each apocalyptic period, the relationship between heaven and earth, both physical and spiritual, the heavens, crucial for events, while religion acts. A changing relationship between man and the divine marked these epochs, with early humans interacting with multiple gods, a concept that evolved over time. Then anchored around the story of the Anunnaki, beginning with their arrival from Nibiru. We arrived on Earth 432,000 years before the deluge, establishing cities and fashioning the first humans. The deluge story in Genesis attributed to Yahweh, originally conflict between and other Enlil. This rivalry, rooted in our home planet, influenced event on Earth. Although I was the firstborn, I was denied succession, a status given to Enlil, leading to ongoing resentment and conflict between our descendants. Our rivalry affected our terrestrial assignments. Established settlements in Sumer. Our conflict extended to our offspring, influencing Earth's history. My son Marduk saw perceived injustices, leading further conflicts and shifts in power. We established key sites for our operations in Sumer, like Enlil's sites, necessitating new facilities, including a spaceport in the Sinai Peninsula and a new control center at Jerusalem. These changes reflected a new order post-deluge, with humans now junior partners to us. In Mesopotamia around 3800 BCE, following a visit by Anu, the head of our pantheon. This visit established peace among the gods and divided territories among the principal clans. The Sumerian texts cities with specific functions. Kingship, granted from heaven. Central role in civilization, with chosen rulers serving as intermediaries between gods and men. This system of governance and justice simplified the ages. At that time, the first region in Mesopotamia was given to Enlil and his sons. The second region in Egypt and Nubia was given to me and my sons. The third in the Indus Valley was given to Inanna. The fourth reserved only for the gods. The celestial on Earth. Calendar in 1760 B, aligned with celestial observing religious festivals and influenced mankind's fate. The slow rotation of the zodiacal clock session marked the passage of ages, each lasting 2160 years. This influenced not only divine activities, but also human recognized civilizations continue to impact your understanding of time and prophecy. The interplay between divine time, earthly time, and celestial and aspirations were shaped by frameworks